The whole digital world we live in, it just feels so inevitable, right? Like it was always meant to be this way. But what if I told you the World Wide Web, the thing you're using right this second, was basically an accident, and that it came incredibly close to not being free at all? Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. Imagine a world where every single link you clicked had a tiny price tag. Every website visit, a fee. Sounds like a dystopian movie, but it was a very, very real possibility. We're going to dig into the one single decision that stopped that from happening and basically unleashed the world as we know it. Okay, first things first, we got to get a crucial distinction straight. The internet and the World Wide Web, they are not the same thing. People use them interchangeably all the time, but they're different. Think of the internet as the physical hardware, all the cables and servers, the roads and highways of the digital world. The web, that's the good stuff. It's the websites, the pages, the links. It's the cars and shops and everything that's actually on those highways. It's the reason we even use the internet. So our story kicks off in the late 1980s at a place called CERN in Switzerland. The huge particle physics lab. This place was packed with thousands of the smartest scientists on the planet, but they were all drowning in a massive, totally frustrating problem. It was just information chaos. I mean, can you imagine? You have all this groundbreaking research, all this brilliant data, and it's all just stuck, trapped on thousands of different computers in all these different, completely incompatible formats. There was no easy way to share anything or link one piece of research to another. It was a total digital mess. Well, a British physicist working there named Tim Berners-Lee was getting especially fed up with it all. He had this vision of a universal connected system for all this information. So in 1989, he typed up this pretty modest proposal to try and fix the whole thing. And the feedback he got from his boss on this idea that would literally change the world, just 3 little words scribbled on the front page: vague but exciting. I mean, talk about an understatement. But hey, it was just enough encouragement to get the ball rolling. So with that lukewarm blessing, I guess you'd call it, Tim Berners-Lee got to work. And he didn't just build another piece of software. No, he invented a whole new language for information. And it was built on 3 absolutely foundational, almost magical ingredients. So here's the secret recipe. First, you've got HTML. That's kind of like the skeleton that gives a web page its basic structure. Second, the URL. This is the unique address for every single document, picture, or anything online. And third, HTTP. That's the digital handshake that lets computers ask for and send pages back and forth. Simple, right? But revolutionary. But the real secret sauce, the thing that put the web in World Wide Web, was the hyperlink. This was the true magic trick. For the first time in history, you could just click on a word or a phrase and be instantly transported to a totally different document, even if that document was on a computer halfway around the world. This connected everything. And then, on August 6th, 1991, it happened. From his desk at CERN, Tim Berners-Lee switched on the very first website. It was a really simple page, just explaining what his project was all about, but it was basically the birth of the web. It was the start of, well, everything. Okay, so this incredible invention now exists. But this is where our story gets to its most critical moment. A huge decision had to be made about its future. And this one decision would literally shape the world we live in today. So here's the massive question CERN was facing. Do we patent this thing or not? I mean, think about it. They had created this world-changing technology. They could have slapped a patent on it, licensed it, controlled it. They could have made an absolute fortune. The year was 1993. The entire future of the web was hanging in the balance. Tim Berners-Lee, for his part, argued like crazy that for his invention to reach its full potential, it had to be open, it had to be universal, and it absolutely had to be free for everyone. And in a move that is still kind of mind-boggling, CERN actually agreed with him. They did something completely unprecedented. They formally placed all the core software, all the protocols that made the web work, directly into the public domain. No fees, no royalties, no permission needed. They just gave it away. For free. It's honestly hard to wrap your head around how huge of a gift that was. They handed the world the keys to one of the most powerful inventions in human history. So what happens when you do something that generous? Well, the world didn't just sort of adopt the web. It exploded.
That single decision to make it free ignited an instant, unbelievable burst of creativity and innovation.
Just look at this timeline. The second the web was set free in '93, the floodgates just blew wide open. Suddenly, you have browsers like Netscape Navigator making it easy for anyone to get online. Just 2 years later, you get giants like Amazon and eBay being born. A few years after that, Google. This wasn't a slow burn, people. This was a digital big bang. And that was the beauty of it. Because the web was free and open, literally anyone with a computer and an idea could build something on it. It created this messy, chaotic, but absolutely beautiful and democratic space where amazing ideas could just blossom, no permission required.
So, okay, that's a cool history story, but why does it matter so much to us right now? Well, because that open, universal web that Tim Berners-Lee dreamed up, the one that CERN gave to all of us, it's not a guarantee. It's actually under a lot of pressure.
We see these threats popping up everywhere, right? You've got the walled gardens of social media platforms that do everything they can to keep you locked inside their little ecosystem. You've got our personal data being turned into a product. You've got censorship that tries to control what information we can and can't see. All of this stuff goes directly against the web's original spirit.
So I think it's just so important to remember this one thing. The web wasn't a product. It wasn't launched by some big corporation with a massive marketing budget. It was a gift, quietly released by a scientist who just truly believed in a more open and connected world.
And that kind of leaves us with one final, really important question. This incredible tool we all use every single day was given to us. So knowing where it came from is one thing, but the next step is asking ourselves, what are we going to do to protect this gift for everyone who comes after us?